That was sick!
That's the best hit of my life right there. Dead straight.
Dang, that was clean. Chill day for me, showing you all how I swing the golf club. Probably a lot of people are going to be bored with it, but there's a lot of people that don't know and want to hear my input on how you swing a golf club and maybe some tidbits of information that could help you in your game, in your pursuit of perfection. Most important thing you can do when gripping a golf club is feeling comfortable. You want to feel as comfortable as possible gripping it. Whatever grip style it is, doesn't matter what it is, it's going to influence how you swing the golf club, how you apply force to it, how you move the golf club in a manner that's repeatable. You just want to grip it and feel comfortable. So whatever way, if it's 10 finger, if it's interlock, if it's overlap, even if it's reverse grip, I've seen people do. There's a college player that reverse grips it. It's pretty insane actually. You want to feel really comfortable. So last year, my grip was more like this. And I've switched between more palm, more fingers on both hands as well. You know, for me, I'm a little bit weaker. It's pretty weak. It's definitely not strong, and it's definitely not over there, but it's more here. And it's just whatever is comfortable relative to when I swing it, you know, waggling it, I want to feel the face move a certain way. If it's like this and I'm moving it, I feel that face is too open. You know, if it's here, I know it's closed. If somebody was just to hand it to me, I would close my eyes. I just gripped it like that, I would know that that's upside down. And it's not by me looking at all, it's by me feeling the weight of the head. When you're initially just gripping it, you just want to grip it where the thumbs are pretty much pointed down the middle of the grip, maybe off to the side a little bit with the right hand, if you're right-handed. And this left hand, you know, just get it to where it's, you know, you see a couple knuckles, 3 knuckles even, that's really strong, but I see 1 knuckle. Whatever's comfortable for you. Again, I use Jumbo Max grips because they're super comfortable. They allow me to grip it in the palm of my hand a lot better. I can apply more force. I feel like I can control the golf club a lot better, the face a lot better. For me, it works really, really well. When you're setting up to the golf ball, you want to make sure you're in a place where you're comfortable, obviously, first off, and second off, repeatable. For me, how I repeat motion, this is how I do it. This is not telling you this is how you got to do it, but you should try it, see if it works for you. What I do with the arms is I go fully internal with this upper segment of the left arm. So this left shoulder, fully internal, and this lower segment that stays stable goes external. Boom, and then I grip the club. That's how I grip it, and that's how I hold it. And I'm trying to retain this left arm being stable in this position the whole way through the golf stroke. So I'm holding these positions at in range, internal, external, fully external, and fully internal. I grip it, that's how the system is locked down. So I've got this triangle opposing forces that are locking it down, keeping it stable, so I can sense the club head at a higher level. Now people can go fully external, internal, they can be external, external, look like that. The right arm could be external, external, which will look like that. It would look really weird. It may not be functional, maybe, I don't know, but you can try it. Mess with the positions of your arm and how they're working to be stable and comfortable for you. That's the second thing. So that you get the grip, you have the triangle here, up to here, over, and then down. And I'm always trying to keep this left arm straight, guys. Sometimes at the top when I produce a lot of force, it bends a little bit, but then it goes back to straight right before impact. I think the third most important thing, and we'll just do 3 of them today, how you just rotate the body, rotate the upper chest. So what I'm doing is trying to keep the lower hips stable and rotating the chest. So I'm pointing this sternum to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. But essentially what I'm doing is trying to keep this grip in line with the chest for as long as I can until I get to the top, and then I come back down. I load the wrist, but this sternum is still pointed at the grip, butt into the grip. Very simple. So that's pretty much a basic example of what I do for my golf swing. It's basic setup options you have, how you grip it. You can grip it whatever way you want, and then just find how the arms fit the puzzle. So you can go internal, external, whatever, get the elbow pointed down or pointed out. For most people to point their elbow towards the target. Once this elbow starts to turn down, then the face gets closed. Look at that. So what I'm able to do is keep a normal, neutral, kind of to a weaker grip, keep this pointed towards the target, and I can throw it as hard as I can. And this hand can never go over to the left because it's literally at end range. There are a few tips, tidbits, and basic pieces of the puzzle that allow me to be repeatable, consistent for the most part. I'm always looking to get better. That's kind of a basic intro to the golf swing. Those three things are very, very important. You can keep a good grip on, get comfortable with how you're gripping it, comfortable with how you're setting up your triangle assembly. That's what I call the triangle assembly. It's a golf machine term. Mike Shy taught me it back when I was younger. How you're setting up this triangle is very important. To rotate the chest to the right and to the left, to the right and to the left. And that's a basic chip shot. Very, very basic chip shot. I'm not gonna get into like too much of the wrist angles, flexion, extension, and all that. That'll be for part two. Part two, we're gonna talk about more of the wrist angles and how they're moving, because that's very, very in-depth. And for guys that are more advanced that are watching this video, you'll hear me have conversations about end ranges of motion, the little brief intro of the wrist extension, flexion, ulnar deviation, radial deviation, internal and external rotation. Impact, how you strike the shot. You're always actually trying to hit down on a shot. Don't ever try and hit up on a shot. So for somebody that's new, most of the time they'll try and pick the ball up in the air. And that's not what you're trying to do. You let the club bounce against the ground. So we're gonna try and hit the club, or move the club into the ground and bounce it against the ground. So, boom. When you're trying to strike the golf ball, you have to make sure you're hitting ball and then making a divot after. So it's going to be ball, you're hitting the ball first and then making a divot after. Not divot, ball, divot, or divot, ball, and thinning it. It's a strike down on it sort of motion. You're driving your right arm into the ground. So this right arm is straightening through the ground. And I'm not trying to strike it down to the ground, I'm trying to strike it in front of the ball. So I'm trying to actually push it down the line. You're always pushing it down the line. That's something that could help people that are struggling with contact control. You want to have great contact control. So one, good grip, good triangle assembly, okay? Sternum going right to left, that's pretty simple, okay? And you want to have good contact control, radius control. The left arm is straight for a certain reason, touch the ground, have that be your reference point, and just turn right, turn left, and make sure that right arm is straightening down the line. Those are four things that will help an average golfer or a beginning golfer. It's gonna help them learn how to hit the golf ball a little bit better, more consistent, give you a better opportunity to play the game of golf at a higher level. So guys, we have Adam John Joseph Jackson Hurley here.
How's it going?
And we're gonna be teaching him a little bit, the basics of how to strike a golf shot.
The exact same way you had just explained it. So,
show
yeah,
me
so
grip.
the grip, as far as the grip goes, I'm just gonna do it, and you let me know if it's correct.
Yes, it's overlap.
Overlap.
You feel comfortable first.
I do feel comfortable this way, and I have tried it this way before. So this feels pretty good. Now, as far as the internal and external, I've never even thought of that ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you're saying internal all the way at the top of my arm here.
Yep.
And then external all the way.
Yep.
Grip
And
the
then
club.
grip it. Yep. And get comfortable with that positioning too.
So that.
Yep. And then grip it. Yep.
And this one is external, internal.
Yep. Take a couple practice strokes and make sure that chest is turning right and left. Yes.
Like that.
And guys, he doesn't play golf. What's the other thing? Remember, push into the ground, right?
I do have that problem of
Consistency.
picking it up.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Just a half swing. That was clean.
Just not bad.
Actually, it was pretty solid, dude.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. So you hit the ground a little bit more. Okay. So what happened there?
As you can see, I just really left the face open, and I think I just towed the heck out of it.
So that's one of the things, is that having a good grip.
Yep.
And making sure you get the face back to square every single time. So how you do that is going to be a little bit more on your comfort level and what you feel is right, and making sure that you're driving that right wrist through the ball. Left. Oh, so that was early. This is a great example, actually. The ball was right here.
Yeah.
And he drove the handle
So
or the club.
Slow mo that one.
Yeah.
To see how early I came out.
He straightened it way too down instead of straightening it out towards the target. So you're straightening it down at the ground. We want to straighten it out towards the flag. So focus on the golf ball, the middle of the face. Do a slower shot. This is really good for the audience too. I mean, he doesn't play golf very much, but I want you to feel like you're focusing middle of the face to the middle of the ball. Better.
Better, a little chunky.
Yeah. So that's a good point too for people.
At least it went straight.
And so you see how you're setting the club really far behind the golf ball? That's essentially setting your radius up for that. You want to set the club up right behind the ball. So that's another point for people to know, is you want to be setting the golf club up right behind the ball in the middle of your stance. Focus on hitting that exact point. Middle of the ball, middle of the face. Closer.
You're straightening the right arm, you're straightening it down. So you're pushing down into the ground early. Right. Whereas this right arm needs to be straightening across your chest. So you're straightening the right arm that way. So make it bend. It's gonna be straight. That's how you get it in front. If you straighten it straight down, look how easy that goes. Oh yeah. If you straighten it, so you have to straighten the right arm in front of you. Yeah. That felt good.
Just really straighten that arm after impact. Yes, that's perfect,
yeah,
Adam.
That felt good.
Yes. That was solid.
Clean. Look at the hole.
That was what it
When you made me feel it that way,
yeah.
And this is why probably having a coach is so important. You know
having
what I mean?
a right coach that understands the basic principles and gives you good input is so important. Because if you give somebody the wrong input,
to have that physical feeling, I've never felt that before.
Yeah, it's straight driving and
forcing me to do that feeling.
Correct. Yeah. So again, having somebody that knows what's going on and can give a player feedback in a either sound level from a sound perspective, a sight perspective, or a feel perspective. Those are like the three things that golfers usually go by, whether you're seeing something, whether you're hearing something, whether you're feeling something with your hands. All three are important. Everybody learns differently. That's where it's key for you to go whenever you're teaching someone or talking to somebody about something, to know what their best response mechanism is. One more shot. I just want you to feel like you're striking, doing the same thing, driving the handle in front. He just figured it out. Give us a little bit of an input into what was going on, because we gave you the right input. It's just tough to get what was actually going on.
I still kept chunking it. So I decided Bryson's like, over-exaggerate the heck out of it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a divot here. On one of the backswings, he's like, make sure you swing down at it, right? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna come down.
Yes.
And just, no matter what, I will not chunk it, whether I have to top it or whatever it is. And when I had that down motion, I made contact with the ball first, and I finally made that divot.
And then you made a divot after the ball. But the key is that impact fix. It's something that Mike Shy taught me a long time ago. So the handle is ahead of the ball. It's over here, and he's striking down. The club is going down. He's not picking it. He's actually going down, and then it's going through the ball, and he's creating a divot after the ball. But it's important that when you're driving that right arm and you're going past it, you're going down and that shaft is leaning forward. And sometimes if you're still chunking it, feel like you're gonna make a divot over here, just like Adam was saying. And that helped him a lot, tremendously. So let's see what we got.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Those are the best hits of my life.
So guys, I'm gonna give you one more tip out of the bunkers. It's gonna be very helpful for you. Let's go check it out. Okay guys, so in the bunker, pretty simple, you just draw a line, and this is mimicking the golf ball. So the golf ball is right on the tip of it, grip it like you like, get the good triangle like you like, make sure you're rotating, you drag the sand back, and you hit in front. You're driving that right arm in front. You're not driving it behind, you're driving it in front.
That's insane.
Professionals can do this with ease. Beginners will be doing this.
I could do that. Oh, okay. Just kidding. A little chunky.
A little chunky. So there you go. So focus on that line. Don't look ahead. Chunked. Yes. Closer. That was good. Better. So stay down. Just keep your head down. So I would have him work for hours in the bunker doing this.
Just doing that all day.
Just literally doing this all day. You're kind of tired.
A little winded here, you know. Look, this ain't no joke, right? Golf is a real sport, all right?